Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. As you can see here, I am in the Don't Trust Anybody faction store, or Department of Temporal Investigations if you're nasty. I have done a few of these pulls. So you're not going to see me do this one here that I want to talk about. Doesn't have that much to do with the video, but I thought about it while I was doing my pulls here. You can see I have 7 of these requisition things. They're for you to be able to get the exocomps, the anti-charge and anti-static exocomps. What I like to do is you pop one exocomp and then do several armadas. So the need to have one of these exocomps or to get one of these exocomps daily isn't really necessary. So what I do is I leave it at 7. 7 is the max you can have. As you can see right here, this is the claim for it. So what it turns into then, as you can see the timers there, it is a claim of Armada directives. Now it's only 2, but it is now 2 extra Armada directives that I wasn't getting before. So can you use a similar strategy? You could. I don't know where you're at or how many days you actually want to do these armadas and how many exo comps you have stacked up, because I actually have quite a few of them stacked up already. So if I decide to go do some of these, whatever invading entities, I don't actually need to come in here and have pulled an exocomp because I have several already. So it does allow me to get more Armada directives. Just thought I'd share that with you before some of these other, talk about the changes. Very disappointing the way that it went. So, yes, a lot of these officer pulls, like the Hugh and the Leslie, the Con and the Leslie, BYR, and Dorian Doc Brown, Tolly, Vale, Tolra, and even the Chaos Techs and the Artifacts didn't have a cooldown, and it was very nice because you didn't really have to do anything daily. You did it whenever you felt like it. If you felt like waiting until these currencies were at 10 or 20 or 30 or whatever thousand and just pull 20 to 40 chest pulls at one time, you could do that. That was your choice. Or you could choose to do them daily. You had the choice. But now, we got to add cooldowns to all of that stuff. So it changes them to daily pulls, which is shitty. So let's do a few of these. You can see I am torn whether I will even continue to do these speed ups. Which actually I think the speed ups were a cooldown anyway. One, because I rarely get anything. You see I actually got a day-long one there, which is very valuable. The 15-minute ones, they're not, or even the hour-long ones, they're not that valuable. They're really not. Not in my opinion. Hugh and Leslie one I think I do want to pull because, as you can see, I'm still more than halfway away from a max Hugh, which is pissing me off. It's taken that long. Then you can see the cooldown there. I honestly don't even remember if there was a cooldown or not. I know I didn't pull them that often. The officers, I definitely knew that there was no cooldown. And it's very shitty that now there is. Because you kind of have to pull these every day now. Because otherwise, it'll just take too long to get them at a relevant tier for them to be useful for you. Do you do a 1 chest pull or do you do a 3 chest pull? Because I haven't been doing this stupid ass loop that much because I don't like it. But this is me. One of these days I'll get around to doing it a little more. Probably very soon. I don't know. Yep, cooldown. That's Shitty. It's just fucking shitty. Shitty ass fucking shit. And the Chrono Deflector I actually already have, so I'm not going to pull that because there's no point. What they did roll back some of these changes. I wrote it down so I can read it to you, and it is on an official post if you just want to double check my work. Janeway's pocket watch and the Chronom time weapon, the artifacts, were changed to levels 1 through 7, no cooldown, but once you got to level 8, there is now a cooldown, and that's because, too many people were using it to farm the temporal disruptors for Alliance tournament events, tasks, which I guess is a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing, and those players are terrible people. Yeah, that's a great message. It's not. It's not a great message to send to your players. It's also not a correct message. They're not cheaters. They're not terrible people. They're playing your game. And they're playing it the way you made it. Dickheads. Dickheads. I mean, that is the way the game, and all games really should work. Yes, early in loops, you don't want people to have mastery and get some kind of benefit like that, but at some point, people should be allowed to master these loops and get benefits such as that. If it happens earlier because they're better players or they have put more money into the ability to do certain loops, oh well, I guess they get mastery benefits sooner than some other players. Tough shit. Otherwise, there never is any mastery benefit, so what is the benefit to actually doing any of these dumbass loops? Because it just creates more daily tasks and goals and pulls, which we need less of. Not more, less. I do want to pull these 2 artifacts. Let's check on these cooldowns. I did pull 20 there. Pay close attention to that. Okay. 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 Let's pull that. Okay. So while, yes, they did add the cooldowns to the officers, you can see that. They did not dial back on that. You can see I have no cooldown on the artifacts. So that is some good news. Now, look at this screen. I don't know exactly how to convert it. How do you convert these things, those specifically, because they don't show up on this tab. Do they show up? I guess I am somewhat close to that. So, wait a minute. I want to make sure. Yes, always make sure if you have Lorca that is selected. Because the other one is Forbidden Tech tier up shit. So, yeah, it's a little annoying that you have to keep going back and forth selecting. But it's whatever. Now, maybe I should. Since I do have I will have this one available. Use this one to see what the dealio is? Or do I want to wait and collect a few more? And then pull it. Press the button here. As you can see where I'm at with the Chronom time weapon. But yet, I can pull as many as I want. Huh. Okay. Shh. Pass it along very quietly. What you can and choose to do with it, is kind of somewhat up in the air. It's somewhat. But given the way that the changes they made earlier in the week and the rollback that they made a little later in the week, probably don't want me doing this. which is kind of why I don't want to hit the button right now, so I can keep doing it. Punks. Pull this a few more times. I don't want to pull that one. I want to pull this one. See where I can get with that, because I would like to have at least one of them. Well, I would have to push the button on the thing. What? I don't even. Oh, decreases opponent's isolytic damage. All right. Well, let's click that button there. How many more do I need? 67. See if I can pull 67 more. Running out a bit. Why it bumps you out of the screen. All right. So what is that? 40. 40. That would be, the hell number am I at now? 60. That's at 6. That should be 65. All right, so let's do that. Okay. So they are both. I do kind of want to, because I'm thinking, because it costs different, because there have to be two different types of currency here. Which makes the loop even more annoying, because it's not just going after one currency from the invading entities, it's going after two different currencies, which is ridiculous. Spend a little more of this, get a few more of these things, then I'll press the button and see how exactly you can trade it in. Because there's no visual there. Like where exactly do you trade it in? I assume it's somewhere in there where you can trade in some of the other ones, but I don't know. And yeah, it's possible I'm wasting currency here because maybe they removed that thing, but I don't really care. It's all dumbass made up currency anyway. The benefit here is the knowledge and knowing how it actually works once you're, at that certain level of the artifact. Alright, so that's fine. I don't need to pull it anymore. Now I guess there's really two ways I guess three. It could be in the store there, or it could be something that pops up in here. I guess it could do it automatically, like the officer one. I don't do them anymore because they stopped adding things in there. Transporter patterns. Or it could be in here somewhere. I don't know. Let's hit... Which one is actually worth more? 6 1/2 dozen the other. So let's press this and I will have a 200 extra that I could do something with. Don't know exactly what I can do with it, but you can see that is there like that now. Curious as to what the cooldown did. Nothing. Oh, it looks like I broke the game. Oh, look. Oh, it didn't. And then cooldown. Okay, so it doesn't appear that the converter is in here. Where exactly the converter is, I don't know. Where is the converter? That's a very good question. Does it get converted? I didn't even look to see what I had. I have no idea if it gets converted automatically or not. Okay, it doesn't show up in here with these. Oh, wait, there it is. So there you go. Okay. I was thinking that was one way to do it. I didn't know. I have 218. How about that? Wow. Alright, so this time multiply 200 times. That's 0 for 1200. Another 0 for 12,000. So I can get more than 12,000 temporal disruptors just from that. Cool. So, yeah, if you have enough currency, before you hit that button, you can just claim it with no cooldown. Again, use that information however you choose. Fuck them if they can't take it. Bastards. You made all this. You made this. Of course we're going to try to get whatever kind of edge we can get. Of course we are. Why wouldn't we? That's just logical. I mean, hell, buying this and buying that and upgrading this, it's the same thing. You're trying to get whatever edge you can get. That's exactly what this is here. Except for some reason, you making this game want to make rules that say, no, you can't do that to get the edge. You can't do this to get the edge. You can't do that to get the edge. Why? This is all fake and make-believe anyway. It's not like it's real life. What the problem is. However, wrapping this video up, yes, some changes made to this Don't Trust Anybody store. I might have been right calling it that this whole fucking time, huh? Yeah. The officer pulls now have a permanent cooldown, which they did not before. Very disappointing. It turns them into daily pulls, which isn't great. Now with the Chaos Tech, actually for the Chaos Tech, how it's going now is if you don't own the relativity, there's no cooldown. If you own a relativity, there is a cooldown. Why, I have no idea. I don't really understand that. But however, if you don't have the relativity and you think you're going to get it soon, and you want these Chaos Techs, get them now. I don't have the Chronophage. Honestly, I don't want it. Because how often in PvP is around starting where I'm lower, my whole health is lower than 40%. Because that's the only time any of these abilities activate. I feel like it's not going to happen that often. Not often enough to make this worth in-game currency to me. Maybe it's just me. I'm going to feel like, okay, if my whole health is below 40%, okay, what's my opponent's whole health at? What's my opponent's whole health at? If they're kicking the shit out of me, it's probably very high. So this isn't going to do anything for me anyway. If the roles are reversed, and I'm kicking the shit out of my opponent, my whole health isn't below 40, so this isn't doing anything for me. What do I care? Okay. If you want it, by all means go for it. I mean, it's on you. Do your thing. But it would appear that if you want these Chaos Techs now, before you get the relativity, get them out, because there's no cooldown. After you own the thing, it's a 22-hour cooldown. Why the hell that's different, I don't know. And yes, the artifacts are now a daily cooldown if you have them level 8 or higher. If they're lower, they're not on a daily cooldown. But it is for level 8. Again, use the information. Use that information how you see fit. So comment below. What do you really think? Try to keep it clean here. What do you really think about the changes that these people made to this store? Yes, supposed to change it early week. And then the rollback. Did that rollback ease the brunt of this appalling change to make it easier for you? Do you really care that they did anything with the artifacts or the Chaos Tech? Would you rather them do it for the officers? Because the officers are probably more important anyway. That's a real bad thing. And yes, again, the officers are now a daily claim. And I really suggest at least claiming one every day. Because otherwise, it'll take far too long to get them up to any tier that's any relevance for you. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.